drum roll, please. I've been painting for a long time. I started this picture about my brother. I couldn't go anymore, it hurt too much. Oh, by the way, I took this picture when he was like 14. Nobody cares. This is the last time we jammed. Nobody cares. I'm only here today because I made myself live long enough to do this. I found that people like leaving a bad taste. Won't share a song or dance. What's wrong with this place? Feel it's time? No, I know it's time to punch this planet in the face. Living in severe depression keeps your cheap medication. I pull myself out because something inside tells me I got something great to offer. The 5,000 homes and inspections I passed, the warmth and happy people is what makes it last. Everything correct, every part I connect, always mutual respect, expect nothing less. You are the ones that would never let me forget. It has been truly worth living through, no matter what you had cooking in your stew. I did it for the spirit of both me and you. I built your dreams while mine waited on strings, hoping to release someday a superior being. No regrets, I loved every moment of it. Oh yeah, this required lacing up my boots and tying thousands of other people's shoes, something they couldn't do. For my game face once locked in, I could go to places no one can or has ever been. I built your dreams, your wealth you shared. It was only peanuts as to what the miracles I left there. The only problem I see is there's too many of you and not enough me. I know what I'm doing, I always have. Just I had to raise my children and try and be the dad. Now it's their turn to go out and help the world while I punch it in its face and make its stomach curdle. Now I'm going to walk on water. Why hasn't anyone else? I'll be still helping others while finally helping myself heal. I'm just getting started. Look out, I'm coming with force, with lots of love, yet my grit is coarse. I'm surfacing from suffering. The first time I met Dr. Roberts was in 1975. I went to visit my dad in Santa Clara, California. There I met my dad's girlfriend and her son, Emmett Lee Roberts. First meeting Emmett, I had to laugh. Here was this 11-year-old red-headed, freckled-faced carrot top, #1 Elvis fan. Emmett taught me a lot about the King. His favorite movie was Kid Galahad. He was goofy and he stuttered terribly. I eventually moved down to Santa Clara a little over a year later. It was at this time I found out how talented this kid was. I talked my dad into getting him a drum set. One word, amazing. He could play, but he couldn't talk. For arrangement purposes, we needed to communicate. Practicing 3 hours a day, every day, we made progress. After school, till his mom got home and told us to stop that worthless noise. kind of normal for older folks back in those days. Besides music, Emmett had, as a freshman, played basketball. He finished with the league high 10-2 record, Santa Clara champions, and lost by 1 point to Palo Alto from being the league champion. Oh, he did okay in football too. My sister, who knew Emmett before me, said to me one day, "Hey, Emmett doesn't stutter anymore." I never really noticed because I was just doing what me and Emmett saw as production. After 3 years at 3 hours a day, you, as a guitarist in a drum duo, get pretty tight. When Emmett was about 16, my dad moved to Groveland, California. I stayed behind in the Bay Area where my new family was beginning and to work with many other talented musicians. Yet no one could seem to take Emmett's place. He pursued his music up by Yosemite and would show up at my doorstep every now and then with his drumsticks in hand saying, "Let's rock." I bought him a drum set and I put it in my studio just for that reason. And I managed to save some of his recordings, even though I lost everything in a fire. You'll hear these later. Knowing that someday we would show our wives what we were really put here to do. While in Groveland, he earned a nickname, the Drummer from Hell, and was a premier percussionist at the historical landmark saloon known as the Iron Door. This place is obvious to anyone who drove to Yosemite, as it was a town only about a half a mile long, and it was on the road 120, Highway 120. He was working on his own ideas, also the music of his idea called Medication. It's kind of cool that I still see people I don't know who tell me they went through that town and remember this red-haired drummer playing at that place. Most of them knew his name because he was that good. Because people never feel a reason to seek forgiveness in music. There is no such thing as a step family. We are all brothers, sisters, mama and papas. How could it be wrong when it's creative? A creative person searching for a song, a cure for depression, cancer, tuberculosis, war. It's like drowning and getting to see the top of the water, then breaking through, taking that first breath. Breathe. I'm not doing a good job. Yes, so few the occasion we solve the equation. From the first communication from a drum 1,000,000 years ago, people are forced into music. For 18 years, my wife hasn't had a Valentine's Day. That's my fault. But you know, Emmett, she hated my music too. And now I'm sorry I have to let you go. Emmett, your ugly soul of a mother hated your talents, and when your lousy lover told you you weren't the father of Rodney, you took your own life. That's why I wrote this song. Stop it. Oh.